Let's go.
What's up, everybody? We back again.
Yes.
And we got a very, very special episode for y'all, man. This is something that I feel like, for me, is very important to get out there, and that's how to become financially free, financially independent, however you want to phrase it. How to become financially free. And this is something that we're going to discuss today. With me being a financial coach, this is something that I always try to help people kind of guide towards. And the first thing, from my opinion, that in order to become financially free, unless you get lucky, you know what I'm saying, hit the lottery or something like that. Yeah. But even then, you got to plan. Yeah. You got to have a plan. You got to know what you're going to do with your money when you're going to get it, how it's going to work for you, how things, you got to have a plan on how to become financially independent. Yeah. And one of the biggest things that like I talk to people about is you got to have your money working for you. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? You got to have your money working for you.
Absolutely.
Just thinking you're going to work a 9 to 5 and just thinking that you're going to, just save money in a savings account and then, just retirement, 401k and things like that. Even though most millionaires are made through their 401k.
True, and that's an understatement.
Yeah,
people
through their
think
401k.
that just having a job and doing it that way, you can't become financially free. You can.
Yeah, you can, but you got to have a strategy. You got to know what to do with your money in that 401k. And nowadays, man, I read something where it said the millionaire is not the millionaire anymore. So $1 million is not like $1 million. Really, the millionaire is like $8 million now because of inflation and the way the economy is going with the prices and everything.
You said right, inflation.
Up.
You said it right. Yeah, that's why the dollar is going away.
Yeah.
Dollar's starting to go away.
Our currency is like
it's
right.
getting trash,
inflation.
man.
Yeah,
it's getting trash. So you gotta realize, like, for every dollar, you really need to make $8 to keep up with that $1.
I learned that because I tried to do I had to do something where I had to pay for something, and the guy was in Europe, and I gave him like 100. But then I said it was 100, but then I looked at my bank account, it was like 140 something, 150 something. And I was like, why? And then I looked at it, and it was like, oh, their money costs more. I mean, their money costs more. So it took more money out of my account to make 100 for him.
I'm gonna tell you,
because he got what's it called? I'm about to say pesos. Euros. Euros cost more than the dollar right now.
Yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, because when I used to work in the bank, the top dog as far as currency is the British pound. The British pound is the top dog when it comes to currency.
So euro is not the same. Okay.
Yeah, euro is like majority of Europe. The pound is like Great Britain.
Yeah. Okay.
Is I think that's kind of how it's broken down. And then other countries, like you got the Swiss franc, and
they big money over there.
That what is it? Ireland, I think, got a currency. So each one got their own currency, but the two biggest ones is the euro and the British pound.
Oh, okay.
Those are the biggest ones, and that's a great way to see what our dollar is really doing. I haven't looked into like what the exchange rates and stuff was, but I know it's probably crazy right now.
Yeah,
it's probably crazy. I actually gonna look that up now that I think about it.
For real,
because it's really crazy. But I give y'all something else. Well, Go to like McDonald's and look on their dollar menu and see if anything costs $1 now.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So I ain't been to McDonald's in years.
It's like $1.19 for like a fry and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Inflation, man. You paying $1.19 for them wannabe, not even fries.
Yeah.
It's not even potatoes. They're not potatoes. I said it. They're not potatoes.
Yo, I don't know what it is. They got crack or something sprinkled in.
But like you said, I learned that too about the savings account. We were brought up to say like, oh, when you got some money, always put it in the savings account. But bro, you only make like, I'm not a big advisor on it, but maybe you can help me with this. It's like
not financial advice, by the way.
No. But I think it's like how much percent is like
0.01%
a year. That's all you get to gain on there. You wasting money on that.
Right. You're losing money when you put it in the savings. It's because it's not working, and money doesn't like to be stagnant. Money is kinetic energy. It needs to flow. So if you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
Facts. That's my favorite. That's one of my favorite quotes right there too. Yeah.
So what do you think as far as to get to the point where you're financially stable, financially free? I'm sorry, because we have a lot of get rich quick schemes. I mean, I see them all over the ads on there. You type in one keyword to try to say you're gonna look for how to make money online, you'll get crazy ads. Go ahead and try it yourself. Cause I was like, man, they have hustles for everything. I saw a hustle, get rich scheme that you can make $1 million in like 3 weeks to selling coffee mugs. I said, everybody got a get rich quick scheme. It's like, God, I said, coffee mugs? I said, God.
What's beautiful is you can make money doing anything.
You can.
You can make money selling anything. But you just gotta get your sales knowledge up. You know what I mean? So that's a beautiful thing. But when we talk about financial freedom, we're talking about being absent. So when we start businesses, we don't really start businesses because you have to work it.
Yeah.
It's not a fully functioning business until you don't have to.
That's the problem when people start businesses. They think that you just gonna stop working.
Exactly.
You think, I'm gonna be financially free because I decided business. No, you gonna work twice as hard.
Quick plug. Go get the book Rich Dad Poor Dad. Robert Kiyosaki.
That's a must.
He breaks it down.
Link would be in here.
Absolutely. So, he break it down perfectly. He got the 4 quadrants. And he break it down. He got the left side is employee and self-employed.
Yes.
The right side is business and investor.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he breaks it down perfectly. The left side, you gotta work for money. You gotta work for money.
And
so
then it's their expenses first. You know what I'm saying? Versus investing or saving.
And the business side. So the thing is, like, for all my entrepreneurs and everything out there, the key is to figure out how to build businesses. And business is where it's running whether you're there or not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When people buy McDonald's, they franchise McDonald's, so they buy McDonald's franchise, they buying a business. They get there, they might have to be there for a little while to help get it up and running. But then after that, they got a manager there that takes care of everything. They got the employees, and then they go and do whatever they got to do, and the money coming in regardless of whether they there.
Second quadrant, okay.
So that's the right side. That's the
employee to make money, and then you said the businesses on the.
So the left side is employee and self-employed.
Okay.
So even self-employed, a great way is like self-employed people can make great money. That's like your barbers, hairstylists. Personal trainer, you know what I'm saying? So they can make great money, but if you get sick,
I ain't got no more money.
You ain't got no more money coming in.
If you're not working, it's not working for you.
And that's what we was talking about earlier about some of the plans you got going on. It's figuring out how to take what you're doing and make it a business.
Get it out,
So that way you can get out of there and the money's still coming in.
That's what you want. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why you want to try to get over the right side. So that was a great book, man. That kind of broke it down.
It is.
About how to get financial freedom. If you always working for money, you never really gonna be free, man. You never gonna be free if you always a slave to the dollar. And what was it, a quote? Kanye said, having money's not everything, not having it is. You know what I'm saying? Kanye said that, and I was like, it makes so much sense. When we don't have money, it is important. But once you get the money, you understand the money's not the important. It's about having the time to do what you need to do, spend time with your family. Exactly, man.
I want to travel. Okay, what that costs. I want to do something. I want to even express my love in a large way. You have to pay for that. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, like, first of all, I want to say that money is not the root of all evil.
No.
It is necessity, you know, and it's just simply an exchange in value, okay? And it's a popular exchange of value.
Right.
You can still get more stuff. You can still do things without money, but money is the, like, immediate, okay, I can exchange this for what I want.
Right.
Simple as that, right? So, just breaking that down. But passive income.
Talk to him.
Yeah, because
passive income is the goal.
Yeah.
Passive income is the goal. When you become financially free, that is when you have enough passive income to sustain your monthly expenses without having to work. That's technically when you're financially free.
You wanna tell them what passive income is?
Passive income is when you're not working for the income. it's revolving. It's constantly coming in. It's some type of investment that you can made or the setup to where your money is still coming in, whether you have to be there or not. That's when it's passive.
Yeah, that's what 50 said. He had a quote. I don't know when y'all gonna see this one, but he said a quote. The same thing you said. He said, "You're not rich or wealthy until you make money while you sleep." He said, "You're not." People claim to be rich or wealthy, but you're not there unless you don't have to do anything to get that money.
That's
he said
passive.
he didn't become rich or wealthy until like 6-7 years until like him really grinding.
Yeah.
He said when he was doing, he said a quote was like, he thought he made it a little bit until a wealthy guy said that he did like a show on his tour. Remember, like 50 Cent was big and doing tours, and he was like, "You're not there yet." He was like, "Why?" Because you still gotta go. If you don't go do a tour right now, you ain't gonna make no money.
Exactly.
So he was like, "Dang, you right." He said, "You're not really rich. You still just a worker until you wake up in the morning and you slept. You wake as soon as you wake up in the morning, you getting checks. That's when you made it."
Yes.
So that goes into what you said. You ain't financially free unless you just chilling.
Right. That mailbox money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, hell yeah, bro.
And I wanna touch on some possible avenues and things you could do to try to help towards your journey towards financial freedom.
Right.
One of the biggest things is, man, investing.
Invest.
All of this stuff we saying is not financial advice, but just to kind of get you started on your research and everything. I highly suggest you either learn about money or you hire somebody that knows about money.
And sales.
You know what I'm saying? And learn sales too. But one of the biggest things is where to put your money at.
Yeah.
And you hear these different rates of like 3%, 6%. We were just talking about savings rates. We talking about saving account rate of 0.01%. So you hear all these rates and you be like, okay, I hear it, but what does that mean? What does that do for my money?
Right, that should just go out the window.
Exactly. Okay, 6%, 12%. Yeah, I know it's more, but like, what does that do for my money? A great thing to look up is called the Rule of 72, or it's called the Banker's Rule. I highly suggest y'all look that up.
A book?
No, it's a rule in the financial industry.
Okay, all right.
And if you look it up, it breaks it down. But I'll give y'all the gist of it. Basically, it says whatever rate, interest rate that you currently getting or whatever like that, or anticipating or anything like that, you take that rate, you divide it into 72, and that'll tell you how many years it takes for your money to double. So if you got a rate of like 3%, 3 goes into 72 24 times. So however much money you put in there at a rate of 3%, if you just put that much in there and never put anything else in, and it was earning a rate of 3%, it'll take 24 years for your money to double.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how you can start figuring out, like, okay, what will my money do for me at this rate?
How can your money work for you?
How quick will it work? So now you go up to 6%. 6 goes into 72 12 times. So now your money, if you made an initial investment of X amount of dollars at 6%, and you never put anything else in there, it'll take 12 years for that money to double.
Yes.
If you do 12% and you divide that into 72, it takes six years. So the compound interest. That's how you learn how that compound interest is working for you, and how fast that money can build for you over time if you know where to put your money at, and you can start figuring out, like, okay, what's the average interest rate?
That's good.
And things like that. So that's a big tip.
Another book to look into is The Compound Effect. The Compound Effect.
Yeah, you just did a review on that, did you?
Not yet. I'm going to, though.
You got to.
Watch it, aim for the reading reviews.
There we go.
Powerful. So, the Compound Effect explains compound interest to the point where they even did a documentary on like the top banker in New York, like big firm or whatever, the top banker, and they came at him and said something about compound interest, and bruh started stuttering. Like, yo, like, you don't realize that the ones who are wealthy are on the other side of compound interest. Like, all right, so when you buy a car, right? And they have whatever interest rate.
Talk to me. I know where you're going.
Come on now.
Yeah, I know where you're going.
You got whatever the interest rate is, you know what I'm saying? And interest rates are high. When it's, to me, 7% and up is a high interest rate.
Yeah.
I don't want that. Excuse me. I'm about to get into it.
Go ahead. Choking. Nummy is so good.
You know what I mean? So it looks good because it's a single digit, right? 7%. Okay, cool. That car, say for instance, I ain't gonna put numbers towards it, but if you was to buy a $10,000 car, it goes right into numbers. If you was to buy a $10,000 car with a XYZ amount of interest, you usually wind up paying $20,000, $30,000. If you stick to the payments, if you don't do no planning towards paying this thing off early, putting any extra towards the principal,
you gonna be,
and you make payments on time. The earlier you make payments on something like that has compound interest, the less interest they take out. So if you're making payments on time, half of that goes, most of the time it's half of that goes to the interest, then half of that goes to, so if you got a $300 car note and you pay it on time, you're really only paying $100, $125, $150 towards your principal. So it's gonna take you double to pay the car off because by that time you done paid the car amount in interest. So the one who sold you this one car for $10,000 that made $30,000 off of you. That's compound interest.
Yeah, exactly.
So when you're just a consumer, you're continuously paying
interest.
Paying interest. When you're on the other side of compound,
you receive it.
Man.
Think about it. Think about it from the opposite side. Imagine if you the person selling the car for the $10,000, and now you getting $20,000, $30,000.
That's why they be smiling so much.
Right. If I'm the one sold you the car for that $10,000, and I'm only getting the interest, and you paying the monthly on time, that's $150 to me every month. That I don't have to see. I don't have to keep in contact with you. I don't have to touch. I'm not worried about maintenance. None of that. None of that is on me. Just the car sold. $150 a month in interest towards me. Let me get 10 of those. Now I'm over 1,000. I'm at $1,500 a month. Okay. Now I need a few more. And this is how you build that.
And I'm gonna tell y'all something. I won't even mean to go down this route, but just me. I never had a car payment. I never had a car payment, bro. Every single car. Now, I done been through a lot of cars.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying?
Me too.
But I never had a car payment because of that.
Yes.
So I'm not going to pay people extra money for a car. And then the other thing is, I done seen it so many times. The car game is crazy, right? This is what they do. So they like, yeah, we could get you in the car $0 down or whatever. Or $100 down, $2,000 down. So they take that money. You start making the payments on the car. Something happened with you. You know what I'm saying? Like you self-employed or employee. So something happened. Now you can't work. 2-3 months later, they come snatch that car from you. Turn around, resell that car back to somebody else. And you don't get none of that money back.
That's crazy.
And that's why I couldn't, like, for me, I could never buy a car. I could never lease a car. I always bought. I'll be like, you know what? I'll just do whatever I gotta do for a little while, thug it out for a little bit. So I could just pay $5,000, $6,000.
Just get out the way.
Just get out the way. And just keep going. Cause I was like, man, I can't keep giving somebody free money, man.
Man.
Like,
I see what you mean.
Free money. I was like,
and that sometimes prohibits you to get to that point of that financial freedom.
Exactly.
Because you get to a point where you have to keep on paying other people over and over again.
So
the key to the game is, I know people say that about debt. They believe sometimes debt is good debt and bad debt, and that's the truth. But I believe the name of the game is to be debt free. I mean, I understand sometimes they say good debt, bad debt, but that good debt probably would be like a house mortgage because you have somewhere to live.
Something to show to get approved. For
but I'm gonna tell y'all, good debt is for when you got a business. You know.
Like we talked about it. Like if somebody trying to get a studio or trying to get something for like a hairstyle, something like that, you getting that a business loan just to get on your feet and do your thing. That might be a good way of good debt sometimes.
Good debt and everything like that. Like you do need that in order to, and that's the crazy part about how our society is structured. But in order to get like a house and stuff, to get pre-approved and stuff, that's how the game is set up.
That's what credit is.
Because
it's debt.
It's debt.
Credit ain't but debt.
Credit ain't
you got some debt.
debt.
Like you can get this.
How much more debt can I give you?
Check this out. This is how wild this is, man. I worked at a bank. I ain't even gonna say the bank name. But I worked at a bank. When I bought my house, I tried to go through my bank to get my house. Mind you, I always believe like, yo, I don't need to have no debt, nothing.
Yeah.
So I ain't have that. I ain't even have a lot of credit history.
Yeah.
They wouldn't approve me because they said I didn't have enough credit history.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't owe enough people to get this.
Yeah, bro.
That's basically what you said to me. I don't owe enough people to get money from you.
It doesn't show credibility
at all.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, they don't know that you making timely payments and things like that.
Which are actually worth.
So when I say like you don't like be debt free and everything like that. You play the game to get what you need, and then once you get what you need, man, get rid of that debt, man. But when it comes to business and stuff like that, and you need loans and get property, you want to do that, but you want to do that, and you know we hit us up, man. We know people that we can connect you with that can break down like how to get business funding and things like that. So you hit us up. I'm not an expert in that area, but
I did. I got somebody.
Yeah, exactly.
I got with somebody because I wanted to.
Resources.
My key was at the end of the year was to start January 1 with no debt, and I'm close. I'm getting close, like right to it. Cause that's the key, man. Cause that's the way I built the credit. Of course, I'm going to my third decade. Well, I'm in my third decade. And it's like, I was like, bro, I'm getting tired every month. It's like, I'm paying this, I'm paying that.
Something.
At January 1 of this year, 2001, I was like, bro, 2021, I was like, yo, I got to get rid of this junk, bro. So I just started double up on payments, like he said, double up on different things and to stop eating out on certain times. And I was like, bro, I could take this money and go and pay this stuff off. And I turned off the Netflix. I turned off a lot of stuff, man.
Yeah,
I was getting tired.
Reduce your expenses.
Bro, when you sit down, like, this is a tip. I ain't, like I said, no financial, but sit down. Hold on, this ain't no financial. Sit down with your budget and my dad showed me, it was like, put down everything that you pay each month. Everything. And you can see how much money you like wasting.
Goodness.
Yeah.
Yo, I was wasting.
And how much you're making.
Yes.
Yeah. And you see, like, damn, I ain't got that much to be going out and everything.
Yeah, like, I know I make good money, but why am I getting broke at this? Why am I getting broke at like the 25? Yeah, I'm like, hold on, bro. I know I make good money.
It's a cycle.
I sat down, I was throwing away thousands, bro, like on stupid stuff. I was like, bro, Netflix, Hulu, this certain stuff.
It's in the habits.
I only watch this stuff. I was like,
we got YouTube for free.
Yeah, and I was sitting there, how much on gas? I could be going cheaper to get this kind of gas. Just breaking down that stuff. But I found like 1,000 and some change out the month, just cutting out stuff and being smarter with my budget.
Yes,
so that goes into the realm of me trying to be financially free.
That is.
Looking at my expenses and being like, bro, I don't have to keep owing people all the time because the name of the game is to be free, not to be a slave to these expenses, man.
What I learned is like it's fear behind it too.
Yeah.
Because when you don't know all of what you're making or all of what you have or all of your expenses, you just rolling with it, then
you're not facing reality.
Right. You get afraid. Trust me, I've been there.
Yeah.
You get afraid of what might be there. You start to like, if you go to check your bank account and you get nervous, something wrong.
I was there.
Like,
why am I scared to check
recently.
my... why are you scared?
You know what I mean? It's not that I don't make money. It's just, what are you really doing with your money?
You feel guilty about something.
Yeah, and you feel guilty. And then it's like, yo, like, I even got so tight and got so restricted upon myself. I got so disciplined that I literally, like, I got food, I got gas, I'm going to work, the bills are paid. That's it.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's where I was at. You know what I mean? And it still was like, yo, I'm still not pocketing enough. What's happening? And it was like, I was nervous, I'm telling you. And it got to the point where me and my wife, we sat down, we have money meetings now.
Yeah.
And I was like,
that's good.
Right.
That's good.
I was like, because we gotta get on the same page. Because I was like, you upholding your side, I'm upholding my side, but we don't really know who doing what and what's coming in.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, we have a money meeting, sat down. Yeah, we good. Sat down and brought everything to the table: taxes, credit, income, which is savings. Well, you know, anything that you might owe. What's your monthly? What you're paying monthly? How much you make? How much you accrue? You know what I mean? As far as like how much you make regularly, what you make monthly versus what you're paying. You know. Because it'd be crazy, like you'll look at your expenses and it'd be like say for instance on the average you make like $2,500 a month, right? If you make like $2,500 a month and your expenses should be like $1,500, then where is that $1,000?
Yeah, what are you spending
Where
on?
where is it? Like, and it's so easy to spend money. I'm gonna let y'all know.
Especially with these debit cards and Apple Pay.
It's easy.
Boom.
Like say for instance you do a $10 purchase real quick. All right, but if you do that 10 times throughout the week, that's $100.
Off of nothing.
And you don't even know where it's at. You ain't got no receipts. You ain't kept nothing. You ain't tracking nothing. I got a book. I could put that in there too. It's called Sort Your Shit Out. And literally,
straightforward with that book.
Right.
Straightforward.
That's what the book is called. And literally, it's your monthly expenses, what's the bills, and all that stuff. It lays it out so it's easy for you to keep track of your expenses.
Right.
So the link will be for that in here as well. Y'all got some stuff to look at. We're giving y'all some good stuff on this one.
Right here, man.
You know what I mean? So when it comes to financial freedom, please build your financial literacy.
There we go.
Yes. Because when people, this term has become a fad. Okay, it's become cool to say, I'm trying to get financially free. Okay, let's talk about credit. Nah, we don't need to talk about that. All right, well, you don't know what financial freedom is. No. Financial freedom is the whole aspect of it. All right.
Our culture gets like nervous when they talk about money, man.
Because we don't talk about it. We don't talk about it enough. That's why.
Because we don't feel adequate.
Yeah.
When it comes to money.
Yeah.
We don't feel adequate.
The source.
And yeah, I know, right? It just popped up in my
head.
I like it. It popped up in my head. But we feel inadequate when it comes to that.
Yes,
but
sir.
we feel very adequate when it comes to spending money.
Hello.
You know what I'm saying?
Looking like something.
The brands
looking
and
like
everything like
you ain't
that.
got it.
Looking like
well, you tell me. Some people, females got Fendi purses and got $10 in it.
Yeah.
Hey man,
I'm
telling you, my fellas be having the freshest cars, but be in the project.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They got Jordans and riding the bus. Stop playing.
Yeah.
Stop playing.
You backwards, man.
You
You backwards, man.
And we not saying you don't need to get.
But if you want to,
but you gotta have your priorities in
line. If you want to be financially free, like you said, you gotta get your priorities together. Yeah. You gotta build your financial literacy. You gotta become comfortable with talking about money. Talk to people with money. I talked to a bank; they couldn't tell me much. I started.
They don't teach it in the bank.
They don't teach it in the bank.
They don't. I didn't learn nothing in the bank.
You're still a consumer when you go to the bank.
I didn't learn nothing.
You know what I'm saying? You're still a consumer when you go to the bank. So. Talk to people with money. They'll be happy to talk to you. I was surprised. I talked to so many millionaires. Started going to seminars and stuff. I talked to so many millionaires about money, and it was like it's simple. like for real. What am I afraid of, right? And then it was like I took that same knowledge and brought it back to my peers, and they was like, I'm not talking to you about that. You know what I'm saying? Like
they can't relate, man.
They can't relate, and then it's like. Somebody said it perfectly to me. It's like, most of our people got our fists tight, so tight on crumbs that we're not trying to work towards that loaf. Like you so focused on the little bit, this bit right here, that's what stops you from investing. That's why you don't want to take no risks. You know what I mean? Like you could present somebody an opportunity to spend $25, you make $50. That's doubling on your money.
Thanks.
You know what I mean? Even investing, right? So. Quick story.
I'm gonna touch on that after you're done.
Yeah, quick story.
We good.
There's a milk company that has glass jars, right?
Yeah.
The milk was almost expired. I don't even drink milk right now. I drink almond milk. The milk was almost expired, so it's on manager special. But the thing about this milk is, this company is, if you return the jar, they pay you for it. So this milk was on sale for like 70 cents. And they paid me $3 for the jar. I invested. I bought the milk, poured it out, cleaned the jar. I made $2
and you ain't drink none of the milk.
Exactly. I don't even know the percentage of return on the investment, the ROI. Yeah. That's the term for that. I don't even know the ROI on that, but that's crazy. I made $2.30 off of a 70-cent purchase.
Yeah.
That's investing.
That's by like 300%.
Exactly. That's investing. You do that over and over, and you'll be building.
I ain't think of that.
Yeah.
They about to take that idea.
Yeah, man.
I am. Where was that?
But look, speaking of investing and kind of wrap everything up, man, I want to give y'all another little tip that I've been learning about, and that I heard a lot of people with money talking about, and they talked about living off of interest and living off of dividends. And I never understood what they meant
Give him a
you
little
know what I'm
bit
saying? I
before you
never
get out of here.
understood what they meant. Basically, what they talking about, and this is far as like buying your freedom.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Buying your freedom, using money to buy your freedom. So what they do is, and when you invest, you got different things you can invest in where they pay you for investing in the company. And that's what a dividend is. You know what I'm saying? So you get stock. So you got stock dividends. And you go invest. I was about to give out a name, not financial advice, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta do your own research or go talk to somebody or come hit me up. Hit me up, man. But if you go look up, it's companies that pay stock dividends, and they might pay you for every stock that you buy. They might give you 30 cents every quarter or every 3 months. They'll give you like 30 cents or 70 cents. So it does require that you do have put a lot of money into it to see some money coming out of it. Right. But as y'all, you know, we got faith in y'all, man. We hustlers, we grinders, we men. We out here doing what we gotta do. So as you start accumulating your wealth and everything, you can start using money to buy your freedom by purchasing these stocks that pay you for every stock that you buy. So imagine if you got 10,000 stocks at 30 cents. So now you're looking at what? That's $300.
Oh,
that's 300 or 3,000.
Yeah, 300, 3,000. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's passive income.
You know what I'm saying? Passive income.
While
So
you
that's
sleep.
just you investing your money in imagine every 3 months you got $300 coming in for investing in a company. And not only that, that company stock is still going up. So not only do you get the benefit of what we call the capital gains. So capital gains is anything that you make over what you invested.
Yeah.
So if you invested $1,000 and you get to $2,000, you got a capital gains of $1,000. Y'all make sure y'all look into tax consequences and stuff like that. I ain't gonna get too deep into it, but y'all get the point. So not only do you get the $2,000 if you wanted to take it out, but you also get, you know, whatever dividends that they pay every single quarter. So that's how you buying your freedom, and that's what a lot of these people doing. So imagine we said with $10,000 you get $300 or $3,000. Imagine if you put $1 million down, and how much you got coming in, and now you living off of that.
Wealthy,
and that's just off of one.
And that's off of one. You know what I'm saying? So now that's what these people, man. Most of these millionaires that really know what they doing, they living off of their interest and they dividends. So I talked about dividends, and real quick, interest is with bonds. So when you invest in bonds, now bonds is a little bit different. Your money is kind of locked up for like a period of time, usually about 20 years or 20 years or more. They do got shorter term bonds and things like that. And basically what they do is you put $1,000 down, right? So they say, all right, we'll take your $1,000. We'll hold that $1,000 for 20 years because we're using that money to, you know, invest in the company or, you know, invest in whatever they invest. But since we holding your money, every 6 months, we'll pay you X amount of dollars every 6 months since you invested that $1,000 with us. Usually it's an interest.
That's smart.
Usually it's like an interest. So they might say, oh, it's a 6% interest on that bond. So now that we'll hold that $1,000 and every 6 months we'll pay you $60 since you let us hold that bond. So every 6 months you got money coming in every 6 months coming into that bond. And then at the end of the term or end of the bond, or when the bond matures, you get that $1,000 back plus the last interest payment. So now you walk away with your initial $1,000 and the extra $60. That's plus smart. You get all of the interest over that whole 20-year period of the $60.
I like that.
So you know what I'm saying? So when you hear people, if y'all ever hear it, man, where people talking about, yeah, you know, I'm trying to make a living off my interest or make a living off my dividends, that's what they talking about. They talking about using money to buy their freedom. And I just wanted to make sure y'all aware that it does require a little bit of money, but then they also got things where, especially with stocks, they got dividend reinvesting, where you can take the dividends and reinvest it back into the company. So now you're building the money up faster. So it's a bunch of different things, man. But I just want to make sure that y'all aware because we want to give y'all some avenues on how to get financial freedom.
That's good, man. That's good.
Yeah. So
a
yeah,
lot of stuff, man.
So yeah, man. But we just gonna close it off on that. I wanted to make sure we had to talk about that, man.
Yeah,
because we need to be working towards some type of goal, but we not working the rest of our lives.
That part.
So look, man, that's another episode of FMF Podcast, man. Y'all take care. Peace.
Yeah.